Hey, what's up, everybody? And Davis here. Know something different about me? Yep. Finally got my mustache shaved and pretty much shaved everything in my hair and all that. Well, I didn't shave it off, like just. I get to the point, but the point is, I'm back, and sorry if it took so long for this chapter review for Bleach. I've been real busy with everything. But it's later than ever, so let's get started with the chapter review. This is Bleach chapter 504. Yeah, 504. This is basically what happens after Driscoll, aka Overkill, um attempts to fight Captain Commander Yamamoto while using Sasuke's Bankai. And we actually get a little bit of flashback of maybe, I guess you could kind of say it's like 2,000 years ago, I guess you could say, of like a very, very young Yamamoto. I mean, he looks like Heihachi Mishima from freaking Tekken with like dark hair. It's just crazy. And we see Sasuke too, and Sasuke gave Yamamoto a nickname. Like it's like Edgy Side because of a scar on his forehead. It's like a kanji symbol, and it resembles the word. Is it ag or ig? I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong. Um, Afterwards, he Sasuke wants to be Yamamoto's right hand man, and Yamamoto, he's like, yeah, right. You gotta, you know, be better, better shape than that. You want to be my, right hand man. He's not up for it, to be honest. He's just like shrugging off. He's like, boy, bye. And then he tells him that he actually has now learned Bankai, and so this means that Sasuke, well, we already know this before, but Sasuke has learned Bankai since before the Shinigami Academy was even fully established, and before the captains, lieutenants were all created before this time. So it's like he's like literally a prodigy in his time, back in his time. Um, like I said, message. Hold on, I got people stacking me. Anyway, what else happened? Oh yeah, Yamamoto wants to test out Sasuke's Bankai. He's like saying, well, you know what? Okay, I'll see if you be my right hand man, but let's see what your Bankai can do. And he uses Bankai, and the most nostalgic thing happens when Sasuke uses Bankai. No, actually, no, wait. I forgot to mention something. Driscoll uses Sasuke's Bankai, which is actually lightning-based Bankai, which is like it controls the weather, and it's like a big, I guess, circle of like lightning electricity that's all around the person inside it. And I'd say this is pretty interesting because you never get really see any like lightning-based attacks except for maybe what was I about to say? Actually, to be honest, I don't think you have never seen a Zanpakuto with lightning-based attacks before, except for like video games and all that stuff. But it's pretty interesting. Um, I to the flashback. Sasuke used his Bankai against Yamamoto and gave him that. You see that scar on Yamamoto's forehead? You be seeing, and people be wondering like, where did he get that scar from? I mean, he's been in a lot of battles, and you know, people didn't really like ask like, oh, where did he get that scar from? But people have probably been curious about how he got that scar, and now we know why. Sasuke is the one who gave him that scar, and then he got another nickname after that. And then for some reason he decided to call himself Giryusai, which we all know him by now. What his name is now. Because his name actually wasn't Yamamoto Girisai. It was actually Yamamoto Shishugeki. Was it Shishugeki or something? I'm sorry. I don't know how to say his name right, but I'm totally fucking his name up. But whatever. It's something with an S. It starts with an S. That's all I know. And then afterwards, while the flashback is happening, we get to go back and forth of like Driscoll basically electrocuting Yamamoto with Sasuke's Bankai and just keep shocking him and shocking him and shocking him, and he's just taking it like like a G. Shuhei, he's a little worried. He's like, Captain Commander, are you okay? And blah blah blah. And then the most awesome thing happened. When Driscoll stopped shocking Yamamoto, and he actually let Yamamoto speak. Yamamoto simply put, "Now I know why you're upset. I know why you're sad. It's because your Bankai is being used so poorly right now." And then he just uses Ryuju Jakai and just burns him alive. Like you see like the skeleton, you can see like everything. He's like burnt to a fucking crisp. Like he should have done to those damn 3 fracciones of freaking Habel. I mean, for real, like I still can't get over that. How they didn't die, but yet, Driscoll here, he gets basically burnt. I guess maybe because Yamamoto had something against Driscoll because of what he did to his lieutenant. But but still, he was still in a war in both battles. So it's like, why would he go easy on a bunch of Orion cars, but not? Well, I give him a reason. Okay, that's a good enough reason for him to want to actually kill this guy. So I'm gonna let him slide for this one. You win this round, Yamamoto. You win this round. You win. Anyway, and that's basically in the chapter. I have to give this chapter a 4 out of 5. This is actually a really good chapter. We get to see a little flashback of how Yamamoto, looked and how Sasuke looked. And we also finally discover how Sasuke's Bankai works. They kind of already spoiled it for us during the Soft Plateau filler arc with Gon Ryumaru's spirit form using lightning based attacks. Cause he didn't really use his Zanpakuto like the whole like rapier Zanpakuto. He just used like a little staff, and it was like a electric staff. And it was kind of like I didn't really think about it. I was thinking like, well, I don't know, maybe he just uses some kind of attack or whatever, and not really, it's not. It's maybe because it's a filler. You would think that it's not affiliated with what's going on in the manga, and I was wrong. And I was like, wow, I was kind of surprised. I was kind of like surprised, but it was a good surprise. It was very interesting how he used the lightning and stuff like that. I thought it was going to be like just some like something not interesting, but it's really interesting. The only disappointment I have is that Sasuke's character, he should have had development prior to this chapter. I mean, he's been around for 2,000 years. He's been Yamamoto's right hand man. I mean, he should have gotten the recognition that he deserved. Everybody knows this guy's name apparently. This is back when Sasuke fought Yamamoto and gave him that scar. I mean, everybody should have known his name back then. So it's like, why did Kubo, make his development so small, And plus that, he kind of didn't really make a good impression when he was fighting against Ichigo. I know, yes, he's probably holding back because, well, we didn't know much about him back then. We didn't know much anybody about the Soul Reapers back then, except for that, they were Soul Reapers. That was it. Then we had lieutenants and captains and all that stuff, but we didn't know much about them until, like, later on. I think that's it. I said what I need to say, and I get my chapter, my thoughts and all that. It was pretty good. I know my room in the background looks like shit. I know, it's like, what the hell? Like, you need to clean your room. But whatever. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And remember, you gotta get past all the bullshit to get to the good stuff. Alright, peace, sayonara, and I'm out.